Okay, it looks like it's been about a year since the Dubuque County Jail stopped having its own juvenile detention facilities and went with outsourcing primarily to central Iowa since then, and just wanted to speak about it. Sounds like cost savings have been much better than having to do it here, and it sounds like services are better there as well.
Yeah, it's been a huge cost savings for us, and most importantly for the kids and trying to get them rehabilitated and get them the help that they need. Central Iowa is able to offer services that we just can't here. When we have these children here, they're just an inmate. We don't have the psychiatric or the sexual abuse counselors or anything like that. So they have that. They have access to those things out there, and they're able to get help that will hopefully, when they get out, that they'll be able to be productive in society afterwards.
Okay, and have you heard from any parents with children in the juvenile detention system that since the change has been happening, that any complaints or any feedback?
No, we haven't heard a word of feedback from parents. Hopefully, they're satisfied that their children are getting more out of their time, although they're not home with them and they're kind of in a lockup situation. We hope that they understand that the children are getting more of what they need where they're at.
And it sounds like just at first there was some transition pains figuring out with the switch to the services, but those have been resolved. What were those initial hurdles?
Yeah, the main issue was just transportation, and Central Iowa had to get kind of a fleet of transportation drivers up here, which is one of the benefits that we have going to Central Iowa is they transport for free. So in that interim, while they were getting people hired, we did have a few bumps in the road, but that's been cleaned up. The Sheriff's Department has not done a transport to Eldora since midsummer, and that's saved us money. It's kept our deputies on the road so they can be doing other things, keeping the community safe, and so that's a huge benefit to us. And obviously, if we come into a situation where there's a child who's extremely violent or aggressive, we will take those transports still, just for the extra added security of having a trained personnel versus an untrained citizen. But for the most part, we've handed all that over to them, and they're absorbing the cost on their end.